Emma pushed her face against the glass cabinet, gazing at the carousel. If she'd done that against the window at home, her mother would have frowned and told her not to smudge the glass. But they weren't at home. They were at Auntie Charlotte's house. She turned to check no one was looking, then tried to open the cabinet. It was locked. Disconsolately, she pressed her head against the door. She'd have to wait for Auntie Charlotte to come back. Sometimes she'd let her hold the miniature carousel for a few minutes. She stared at it again, wishing the grown-ups would stop talking about that nasty man. It was a funny name, Jumpus. They were still outside, talking with Auntie Charlotte. Her mother was leaning against the car, holding her baby brother. He was squawking his head off as usual. "We're going now, sweetie." Suddenly Emma was wrapped in her mother's arms and smothered in kisses. Her mother's face felt wet and she guessed she was crying. "It's all right, Mummy. I'm fine." Emma felt grown up, soothing her mother. It was usually her 6-year-old self being comforted. She stared into her mother's big, round, wet eyes and wondered if her own eyes looked like that when she cried. She guessed that horrid man had upset her mother. Why didn't he go away and leave them alone? "See you soon, darling." As soon as she'd gone, Emma turned towards the carousel again. But then her father came to hug her and say goodbye. He too had wet eyes. "Be good, babe." Another kiss, and then he left. A few minutes later, Auntie Charlotte arrived. She too had tears in her eyes. Emma felt that she was the only one not crying that day. She supposed that man Jupitus, or whatever his name was, had upset her. "Emma, I've got a nice pizza in the oven for our supper. Then I will read you a story before you go to bed." "Can I hold the carousel later?" "Not tonight, darling. Maybe tomorrow." In her bedroom, Auntie Charlotte stood at the window. "Look, Emma, a full moon. You should make a wish." Emma smiled as she fell asleep. She wished for the carousel. A few minutes before midnight, Emma woke up. She wasn't in the least tired. The carousel was on her mind. Moonlight swathed her bedroom as well as the landing and stairs. Peeping through the sitting-room door, Emma gasped to see her aunt sitting on the sofa with the tiny pink carousel balanced on her hand. The wooden figures of children were spinning. The faster they went, the more they changed shape into babies. The babies' faces seemed sad. "Not more crying," Emma sighed. Transfixed, she grew closer to her aunt. The spinning slowed. The baby's sad expressions turned to smiles. Gradually the faces of wooden children returned. Auntie Charlotte handed Emma the carousel. "It's a terrible thing, meningitis. Your baby brother will be fine now.